Bruh, bruh, I was at work, Duke. I haven't even heard this yet. Oh, man. Bro. They got me working overtime, dog. They got me working overtime. Okay. I was at work, man. I haven't heard it. I saw maybe 1 or 2 references, not enough to spoil this 5.5-minute track, but okay. Let's tap in with the gang. I am now recording. Let me pour up my cup. Keanu, Moistache, tap in with the YouTubers.
I'm here.
What up?
Oh my goodness gracious. I'm pouring up the cup, y'all.
I'm pouring up the
cup.
All right. Let me go grab a beer and crack it.
Oh, brother. I had to wait.
Did you listen already or
no? No, I haven't. I have not.
I haven't. Nice.
I haven't.
He hasn't so hard that he's making up new words, haven't for it.
Yeah. Let's analyze this cover right quick. First and foremost, the cover. I actually went to Whitney's Instagram like a few days ago, actually. And I saw this exact comment, which is funny that he uses as the album cover. And let's break it down a little bit more. Notice that it does say hearted by author, aka Whitney herself liked it.
Correct.
So whether
which is crazy that that's such a big deal, but I understand, I guess.
Yeah, you know Twitter's gonna run with it. You know Twitter's gonna say, "Oh, well, she loved it,
let's
so
just
it
say
means
this.
something."
You know that the world takes the smallest of things and makes them into 70,000 different possibilities, and then they latch onto whichever one is the most dramatic and run with it.
So with that being said, without further ado, I want to see some lyrics. Because it's not a music video, so I don't have to tap in on the music video. Drake, The Heart Part 6. Before I press play, Drake, I'm just going to say I hope this is the red button. That's just me. I hope this is the red button. Let's fucking go. Aretha Franklin, taking a page out of Kendrick's book, sampling old school.
All right. The Pulitzer Prize winner is definitely spiraling. I got your fucking lines tapped, I swear that I'm dialed in. First I was arrested, so where's the proof of the trial then? Where's the paperwork of the cabinet is filed in? 1090 Jake would've took all the walls down. The streets would've had me hiding out in a small town. My Montreal connects stand up, not fall down. The ones that you getting your stories from, they all clowns.
Real quick. I'm going to say something real quick. Thank you, Drake. You're rapping.
Yeah, facts.
You are rapping. And you got me locked in. Let's go.
Stand up, not fall down. The ones that you getting your stories from, they all clowns. I am a war general, seasoned in preparation. My jacket is covered in medals, honor and decoration. You waited for this moment, overcome with the desperation. We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. My daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. We thought about giving a fake name or a destination, but you so thirsty, you not concerned with investigation. Instead, you in that Venice studio, it's a celebration. You gotta learn to fact check things and be less impatient. Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
So he confirms what we thought on Twitter, or what some people thought and some people didn't. But the theory that was on Twitter, which probably was leaked by his dudes anyways, is what it is.
Could he just be running with it?
All that's being said this far, aside from some
light bars,
pompous light bars. He's just saying, hey, we played you, we got you.
I did see him liking a tweet talking about, or an Instagram post talking about, like, what if Drake just fed the information somewhere. Now, like Moist said earlier, this is all like allegations. What if Kendrick is not Kendrick? What if Drake is just running with that narrative?
Which could be the case too. Yeah.
We don't fucking know. But this is great.
We're playing devil's advocate here. But
this is great.
Hit a kid before, so
he has latched onto something here, right? That a subsect of people online have been talking about, and somebody else may have fed him, like, hey, you like you said, you could run with it. Maybe it's actually true, because at the end of the day,
Could be true.
Ultimately, he went really, really, really hard on these allegations. It wasn't like it was just like, oh, I'm gonna throw a bar or two. Like he penned an entire letter to this alleged fake daughter.
Right.
So I mean, it doesn't look great, but you know, I wouldn't say it's anything serious thus far.
Right. Let's keep it going.
The fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration. Even the picture you use, the jokes and the medication, the Maybach glove and the drug he uses for less inflation. Master manipulator, you bid on a speculation. You dumb and reactive, nigga, I'm petty with dedication. What about the bones we dug up in that excavation? And why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations? Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? You haven't seen the kids in 6 months, the distance is wild.
Wow.
Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child. Speaking of anything with a child, let's get to that now. This Epstein angle was the shit I expected. TikTok videos you collected and dissected. Instead of being on some disdirect shit, you rather fucking grab your pen and misdirect shit. My mom came over today and I was like, mother, wait a
Ooh, I know where that's at. If y'all ain't heard Mr. Morale has Kendrick has a song on Mr. Morale called Mother I Sober. So I see the jab.
over today and I was like, mother, wait a second. That's that one record where you say you got molested. Oh, fuck me, I just made the whole connection. This about to get so depressing. This is trauma from your own confessions. This when your father leave you home alone with no protection, so neglected. That's why these pedophile raps and shit you so obsessed with, it's so excessive. They acting like it's so aggressive, but you just never known affection. I don't wanna dish you anymore, this really got me second guessing. Touch My Body by Mariah Carey play, you probably start reflecting. I never been with no one underage, but now I understand why this the angle that you really mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted, I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's not the lesson. Clearly there's a deeper message. Deep cuts that never healed and now they got infected. Like if Dave really fucked your girl and got her pregnant, talk about breeding resentment.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good bar.
Yes, that's
Drake. Drake.
He's rapping. You wanted
Drake. This is what I wanted, Drizzy.
Yeah.
I did not want you to be on no club back to back. This is not Meek Mill you're dealing with. You need to rap. This is rap.
No, I need you to drink a little more.
Suggested, but that's not the lesson. Clearly there's a deeper message. Deep cuts that never healed and now they got infected. Like if Dave really fucked your girl and got her pregnant, talk about breeding resentment. Not sure how to ease the sentiment, the shit's too intimate. I'm praying you recover from both incidents, but you a piece of shit, so this shit really no coincidence. Drake is not a name that you gon' see on no sex offender list. Easy does it. You mentioned an A minor, but niggas gotta be sharp and tell the fans who was it. You thought you left D flat, D major. I'll slit your throat with the razor and do Rick Ross air like that one flight from Malaysia. I'm your baby mama screensaver. Only fucking with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Brown's. I'd never look twice at no teenager. I'm a fucking hit maker, dog, not a peacemaker.
Real quick, Drake.
That's cap.
Drake. That cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
That's big cap.
The crazy thing is to say that bar. Like if like let's say you know how you said earlier that he could be just running with what Twitter said, which is fine. He could be, but I know that's been said, and I know he's seen the videos of him kissing the teenager. So
I mean,
drop a bar like that.
Stop the cap.
Yeah,
It's like there was another song that he just recently made. I think it was Family Matters, but he made he set a bar that was not accurate. It wasn't an accurate statement.
Yeah.
And I'd have to go back and look to see what the bar was. But ultimately, I just feel like this is another thing resurfacing. Like he's kind of stretching the truth. And you know what? Kendrick called him a liar. I don't know.
Yeah.
You put the pieces together, but
Drake.
She
was 17, Drake.
Yeah.
You liked her breast on your chest, Drake.
On your chest, Drake. You gave her a
Come on, Drake.
kiss.
You gave her 4 more kissy kisses, Drake.
Let's not go glaze over the fact that you're bringing up Millie Bobby Brown when Kendrick didn't bring her out. Bringing her out. So
Kendrick ain't saying nothing about no Millie Bobby. Yeah, Kendrick ain't saying nothing about no Millie Bobby.
All I'm saying, it's almost like he's more worried about the public perception than he is about this beef, and I'm not saying that he ain't rapping here. He's got some bars.
No,
you
he's
feel me?
rapping.
Like,
This is what I
he's
want.
got some lines that I'm like, those are some pretty good hits.
Okay.
I'm not so convinced though. When someone is rapping on a track and it sounds like they are trying to murder you with words in real life in every other facet of existence.
Well, let's hear the rest of it. Yeah,
Let's see what they're
what
talking
he
about.
says after. See if in case he says something different.
With the razor and do Rick Ross hair like that one flight from Malaysia. I'm your baby mama screensaver. Only fucking with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Browns. I never look twice at no teenager. I'm a fucking hit maker, dog, not a peacemaker. Yeah, bullets that I'm stuffing in each chamber. Your ass in extreme danger. Stop buying views and buy comments. You may as well keep the paper. Shit you about to need for later. I give a fuck about your streaming data. You could drop 100 more records. I'll see you later. Yeah, maybe when you meet your maker. I don't wanna fight with a woman beater. It feeds your nature. If you still bumping R. Kelly, you could thank the savior. Said if they deleted his music, then your music is going to a hypocrite.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, he did.
Kendrick did
fight
say
for R.
that.
Kelly's music.
Kendrick also did mention R. Kelly on Mr. Morale. What song was it? I think it was actually the song Mr.
Mention it
Morale.
as like a for the music of it, we should keep it there. Like, yes, we agree who he is, but wasn't he just more advocate of the fact that if it's good music, keep them? Because I thought he was trying to spin it almost like a black culture thing, like you're trying to remove black culture out of the.
I do
Spotify.
believe
Wrong on
that
that?
is the case. I think that
I
was
thought
the
that's
case.
how he
I
felt,
don't know.
yeah.
I vaguely remember when this was going on, and I think that you're right.
I do
that it
remember
was
this
ultimately
slightly.
like, yeah, like he
I
was
thought he was
basically
trying to-
saying like
we'll
you
have to do
don't
research
remove
on
black
that.
history. Like it's
Yeah.
still part of our history. It stays. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Now,
Right,
you know
yeah.
how you feel about that and how you feel whether it's
Yeah.
supporting one thing or another or anything like that. Obviously, that's for you to decipher. But ultimately, you know, he's been getting a lot more flack about it now simply
Right.
because they feel like because you're saying that you don't want to remove his music, it means that you support R.
Mhm.
Kelly, which I don't know if that connection can or cannot be made. Obviously, there's a lot of details that we would need, but it might be a little bit of a reach, but it might not.
Yeah, I personally don't
Comment
bump.
below and tell us what you think.
Yeah, I don't bump R. Kelly at all.
Yeah,
Not in
same
the
here.
slightest.
I do not either.
So
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Unfortunately, if Drake is really the pedophile that Kendrick is saying, I'm not gonna be able to bump his music.
Me
either,
neither.
which sucks.
Me neither.
But,
Let's keep it going.
If you still bumping R. Kelly, you could thank the savior. Said if they deleted his music, then your music is going to a hypocrite. I don't understand why these people praise you. Sounding like you send him commissary when he needs some paper. Album dropping soon, no wonder you turn to clout chaser instead of doing hard labor. Nigga, I see you when I see you like Fantasia.
When I
Whitney, you can hit me if you need a favor. And when I say I hit your back, it's a lot safer.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this shit was some good exercise. Like, it's good to get out, get the pen working. You would be a worthy competitor if I was really a predator and you weren't fucking lying to every blogger and editor, but it is what it is. You definitely got this shit burnt the fuck out though. Like, you got 10 more records to drop. The one before the last one, we finessed you into telling a story that doesn't even exist. And then you go and drop the West Coast one and try and cover that up. I would like that one. That would be some shit I could dance to if you wasn't tripling down on some whole other bullshit. But, you know, at least your fans are getting some raps out of you. I'm happy I can motivate you, bring you back to the game, like, you know. But just let me know when we're getting to the facts. Everything in my shit is facts. I'm waiting on you to return the favor, like.
the outro, he had to just talk to him.
Okay,
That was
Mr.
That was a
Drizzy.
grown man talking to another grown man.
All right. Before we even dive in, initial reaction.
My
Rate it 1 out
first
of 10.
reaction.
Rate it 1 out of 10. Before you even explain, like how do you feel on like a scale of 1 to 10 here? Solid number. You can give me 0.8 if you want. I don't care. Where we at?
I'm gonna give him a calm 8.
Call me.
A calm
All
8.
right.
Reason being is because this is rap.
Feel that?
Yes, Drake. Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like I gave it a
Yes.
calm 7.5.
A 7.5. Okay.
That's the number I had before you gave your number. That's what I'm sticking with.
Okay. Tilla, what about you?
I talked about it with Moist a little bit earlier. So yeah, I to me it would be more like an 8.5 probably.
8.5.
Because I don't know if I would put this above Family Matters because I thought that one was
It was a bop. It was
godly.
definitely
Yeah,
enjoyable.
I was
Yeah,
bumping it earlier today. No cap.
but
That's what
like
I'm saying. I bumped it a few
yeah,
times since.
but like you said, this one he did rap. I like how he approached this, so that's what I gave it. What I give it. So
Okay.
I personally give it a 7.5 because of a few different things. But I think the energy that he had on the song is a big one. Um, I sent this tweet out, but I said it just sounds like he's over it. It doesn't sound like he's, especially with the line of him saying, I don't even want to diss no more. It has me second guessing. Um, it just feels like he's now like being like, I don't know if I really want to deal with you anymore. Like whatever, I set you up, but I'm kind of over this, so I'm out, kind of thing. Like if you drop something, whatever, I don't care about your numbers and what you're doing. It's all bullshit, anyways.
Right.
Now don't get me wrong. I think he had some very, very, very solid bars in here. I would say that this is a lot more like you're saying. He's definitely rapping instead of trying to make a hit song or something that's gonna have
And
some
that's what I
punchlines to
wanted.
it. Right, right. But I think that kind of like nonchalance it took away from it for me. Like I said a little bit earlier, Kendrick's trying to murder you in every facet of your existence. And then you come over here like it's whatever. Like
Yeah,
I'm
he
just
came more
chilling.
with like a response rather than
And
like
so
now
my
he
argument
finally
was that
answered the allegations of that he's a petty. So
yeah,
there's
but so
that.
my response to like Kendrick coming out here battle rapping, and then you kind of give me like this half-assed energy type shit, and that's fine and well, but it just didn't equate to me. Let's start there. And then there's some things in here that I feel like he contradicts certain he contradicts himself and he contradicts certain points that he's trying to make. But we can kind of dive into lyrics a little bit more. But that's why I'm going to give it a solid 7.5. It's not bad. It's absolutely not bad. I just think that it didn't match what we got with Not Like Us.
And
And before that, with Meet the Grams, regardless of whether or not the whole daughter thing is true, there's still 3 sections of that in which he's talking to your son, your mama, and you, and all of those were intense.
now that you mention that, I did see someone post age of consent in Denver. I think that was a Denver performance. That video, I saw someone say that performance was in Denver. Look at the age of consent. Now, me? That's still weird. Me.
Yes, absolutely. I don't care if the legal law says 17. Like, and mind you, like I get it. By law, you can't necessarily go to jail or be, crucified for it. But I think at the same token,
It's
it
just a
also shows where your
morally
mentality is
challenged
at.
topic.
This is ethical. And aside from that, of course, I got to bring this up. He says the bar essentially, I'm too famous for me to be a predator. Or something along those lines.
Yeah. He said too if I would have been a predator, like I would have been arrested by now.
We all know that that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's
look at Diddy. The most famous and rich people
look at Diddy
are exactly that. So if anything, you're basically saying like I'm too famous for that. Like, bro, no, that actually tells me that maybe you do fall into that category. Like, what are you talking about?
And you could have the power to cover it up. Honestly,
it's just for many people in this world, and rightfully so, pedophilia is just as bad as you can fucking get.
Mhm.
It is just down there. And so for you to kind of, again, come with the nonchalance and then take the stance of like, I'm too rich and famous for that to be who I am, I'd be in jail already. When we all know at this point with what's been happening over the last few months and maybe year and change kind of exposing certain these things in this country, absolutely not. What? That just puts the target further on your head. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that line at all.
Yeah. This is a serious allegation, right? And I also felt like he had the opportunity, right, to clear some of that, and I guess in a way he tried to.
In a way, yeah, I agree.
And I think again, it kind of goes back to my earlier comment that I feel like he's more worried about the perception of him, of how the people think, about how people are tweeting, because it almost feels like he's making comments about like, yo, your fans in these tweets and what they're saying or what they're posting on social media, like it's what I don't care about that because they're just like glazing you essentially, like they're so high strung on your stands or whatever.
Right,
But bro, I don't know, you
mm-hmm.
haven't really said nothing.
The 48 Laws of Power, and I'm sure Drake is very, very well aware of it, and that's honestly something I'm learning myself a little bit. I'm looking into that as well. One of the laws of 48 Laws of Power is protect your reputation at all costs.
Of course.
That is literally one of the laws of 48 Laws of Power.
Let me also be very clear. This does not wipe the board clean for Kendrick and the allegations that he's made towards him as well. So I want to be very honest in saying that like we are not going to say, well, because he said it to Drake and he's a pedophile, that automatically makes the other thing, get out of here or be removed. No,
and I'll even say the same for Kendrick. Yeah. Same goes for Kendrick. Y'all heard it here from me.
Now, we will talk about what some social media posts and what some online detectives have done today since this has dropped, but I just wanted to be clear that we are completely for and the supporting of victims because that should not be happening. But we also need proof.
Tilla, so, break it down. What did you get from this track?
I walked away. Sorry. I was not a fan of that line. When I heard that line,
which line?
I paused the song. I'm too famous for this. Like when I heard that, I was like, bro, look where we're at. Like all the famous people that are going down right now. I think that was a horrible line to throw into this situation, especially since you're getting called a pedophile right now. So I was not okay with that one. Now, I am kind of on the side of I did like this song. Like I said, I gave it an 8.5.
I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah, I did. Hearing it, he had some really good bars in it. And now, if he really did orchestrate the fake mole thing,
hey, bravo.
In my opinion, I know other people aren't gonna agree with me, but in my opinion, I feel like that hurts Kendrick more than what people are gonna give credit for. Because if your second song that you said some other things, but if your whole big basis was that and that was fake and he played you, like bro, that to me in my mind loses crazy credibility.
Yeah, that's a power move.
Like, why should I even believe that he's a pedophile? How do I know you're not the pedophile? Like, what if you're just shifting blame and he got you? And
projecting.
Not only did he get you, but he got you on a platform of 100 million people watching. He got you. So yeah, I mean, Kendrick calls him a master manipulator, which obviously that's true because we're watching it. But at the same time, he got you. And getting punked like that on a stage like that to me is a big deal. And I know like there were some people trying to make it seem like Twitter's blowing up already. And there's people, the Glazers that are like, nah, that's not that big of a deal. You're still calling him a pedophile. Well, you're right. But why should I believe that he's a pedophile if you already lied about that? Like you weren't sure about that. You kind of fumbled the bag there. And he's also still hasn't answered to any of the allegations that Drake has thrown his way. So,
right.
But at the same time, when it comes to rap, yeah, Kendrick has rapped better. I can't deny that. I can't deny that. Like, it really does come down to this is the greatest rapper ever versus the greatest artist ever. And I think Drake is probably the greatest artist of all time. But I don't know, man. When it comes to rapping versus rapping, like Kendrick, even if he lied, his lies sounded fucking
his lies
I can't double down on Drake when
his lies sounded dope.
He's got good lies on you, kid. Like they may not be real, but he makes me believe them. I can bot with him, so I get it. Yeah, you have a daughter. I don't have a daughter. I don't give a fuck. It sounds good. Like I don't know.
So I also want to mention a few things. Number one, that Mariah Carey line. That was pretty good. That was
No,
pretty
yeah,
good.
that was a clean bar.
However,
I will say real quick. I will say it's weird that he says that Kendrick apparently got molested or whatever the case
so
may
that's
be.
what I was just about to bring up.
But Mother I Sober, he literally says twice in the
Exactly.
song, mind you, twice in the song
That they didn't believe him.
that they didn't believe him when Kendrick said, no, they never did anything to me.
And I think the whole point of that song is expressing like his mom didn't believe him because of her past trauma.
Correct. Yes, I
And
do remember that part of the story. Correct.
So in that interaction, I this is again one of those situations where I kind of brought up, earlier. And obviously I'm not sitting here trying to bash Drake. I'm just trying to dissect, what's being said. And I think this is one of those ones where like, bro, you could have went back to the song and listened for like 3 minutes and gotten your answer on how this really played out. But he still put it in the bar. And I was talking to Tilla earlier about this, but it's just the point that it's like I'm not too upset about the bar, right? I'm not like there are plenty of further truths that are stretched in normal hip hop songs that are out there. I'm not too worried about that. He's trying to make a point and he got the point across. But it wasn't accurate.
Mm-hmm. And I do like what this genius just explained, that how Kendrick took the timestamp series. Drake said, okay, I'll take your heart series. Right. I will give credit to Drake for that, for calling it the Heart Part 6.
And he's answering in multiple different ways. I think the fact that Dave Freeze hasn't said shit is...
Dave Freeze ain't said Nathan's. Like, I would have... Concerning. Yeah, that is kind of concerning. Why ain't Dave Freeze come out and say, yo, he capping?
Whitney not saying anything? I get it, bro. Like, she's probably just trying to keep her peace. I respect that.
Yeah. Whitney's just trying to
easily come out here and be like, yeah, that's my kid, or nah, it ain't my kid. Now, I don't know if he's gonna try to have some falling out with Kendrick, but if Kendrick really ain't seen his baby moms for 6 months, then homie, what are you worried about? Just put it out there.
Scary.
So again, we don't know. There's a lot to speculate, but there are definitely some hard hitting bars in here. Some ones that made you go when you listen to it the first time.
Yeah. Y'all saw my reaction. I was like, ooh, he talking.
I think he spent a lot of time expressing like this, like, haha, we got you with this mole thing. And that's don't get me, that's great and all. And I obviously know how Tilla feels about this. But it was lackluster for me. I don't know. There were some really great bars, but it just wasn't.
It was good bars.
It wasn't flashy, I guess. I don't know. I think flashy is a bad word to explain it, but it just... Again, when you got somebody that's killing you, like battle rapping circles around you, and then you come and you give your rap, but nothing has changed much from what's being said. And you still haven't really answered the same allegations that were put against you. Now, mind you, I get that Kendrick hasn't either, but the man is lyrically working you.
My question to that, so you're saying that Kendrick is killing you, like in regards to battle rap things.
In terms of musicality,
yeah.
Yes.
So we're going because that's what I was gonna say. If we're looking at what he's saying in the song and the things that Kendrick are saying don't hold weight because of what they're saying, well, then at that point, can we still consider him killing him? Because, I mean, if the song sounds good, that's fine. The song sounds cool, but it's a bunch of bullshit. So
I'm glad you asked the question. Because we talked about this earlier, and I was able to make that point. So ultimately, one, musically, right? We're thinking like at the start of this beef, the root of this beef was there ain't no big three, it's just big me, right? So the start of this entire argument or beef or whatever you want to call it was ultimately who's the best rapper? Who is him, right? Moving forward a bit, now we've had all these allegations, all these things coming out. I can honestly say, like, obviously that has transformed the conversation. It's transformed the overall view of what this really is. So if we take it back to that, hey, who's the best rapper? I feel like Kendrick wins by a landslide because he has shown in different styles, in different battle raps, with different bars, in different ways that he is him. He's saying, I can go toe to toe with you and anyone while still dealing with the diss side of things. Right. Now, if we're talking the content, right, we're talking about what's being said and the words that are being expressed, I think that's still, hanging up in the balance. And that's what this beef is ultimately continuing on about, is now what has been said in these raps. But if we're going back and we're looking at the technicality and the real rapping that's happening, I think Kendrick has it. If we're talking about the content, I think that's anybody's game right now, simply because we need proof.
I would agree on that. Yeah. In terms of the
And this is not to
rapping, yeah.
bash anything, but if you really look at like the meter, the bars, the complexity, the entendres, whatever, we can go into the layers of rap and hip hop music in general. But I think that Kendrick has won that up to this point. I don't know what's going to happen moving forward, but I haven't seen anything to indicate that Kendrick is rapping that Drake is rapping circles around Kendrick. Because to me, it's been the opposite. Now with the content, like I mentioned, we'll see, what happens here and what comes out, and if we even ever get proof. But I did see a reaction video to Not Like Us from a homie, Screwface Gene, excuse me. Shout out to homie. And he was basically saying in his videos is like, ultimately we got everything that's being presented, and I just lost my train of thought, so I'm sorry. I've had a few beers.
I had 3 cups of wine, bro, so I'm in a vibe.
Well, let me.
I had like this whole thought, like this whole mastermind plot, and it's just like boop, gone. And I'm just like, well,
Never
shot
mind.
of alcohol.
Let me circle back to the question that I asked you, so then I'll give my answer.
Sure, yeah.
So in my mind, I won't ever say that Drake is rapping circles around Kendrick, because I feel like that'd be foolish of me to say. But if I were to give this out of 100, like if we were looking at this votes wise, who is where, I would give Drake a very small edge, because in my mind, I feel like it's kind of downplayed how good Family Matters was. Like, I think to me in that song was kind of legendary in my mind. Like, hearing that song, and when we dissected that song versus the other songs, like, I know we're dissecting Kendrick's lyrics and he is kind of going crazy with it, but I feel like toe to toe, Drake has been able to match that same energy. Like, he's been able to do the exact thing where you want quadruple entendres, you want sextuple entendres. I can do that too. I don't have to do it, because when I make my music, I don't need to do that. I make hits. But if it's needed, here, look at my song. I got it. Family Matters had all of that. Family Matters had layers upon layers upon layers in one really good song. And then I felt like, so to me, that's why if I'm giving it this song, this is still not better than Family Matters.
One thing that I feel like most people
No,
have
I
agreed
wouldn't say
on
this is
that
better than Family
this
Matters
is
either.
the weakest song he's released in this beat thus far.
This is the weakest song for sure. This one, I feel like this could have been brought out before Family Matters, but like it's fine. This one's okay, I guess. Whatever. But like I said,
At least he answered.
He had to. I mean, I said it to you yesterday. We need a response. Like, you can't, because whether the daughter thing was real or fake, we couldn't let Kendrick have 2 songs like that. Like, we could not sit
I feel like
2 songs, and I'm not gonna say shit to that. Hell no.
I feel like Kendrick gave us a battle rap, and he decided to, give us some bars, but then he's just like giving you an audio note. Like, I don't want that, bro. I wanted this to be in your face, aggressive, and maybe that's just me. But like I said, I think it was a little lackluster compared to his other tracks. I would have rather you stick to me personally. I know you, Jewlz, did not, but I would have rather he give me another radio hit bop than what I got here personally.
I feel like this whole song, he gave me the type of energy that he was real intimate with the mic. Like, the mic was right next to his mouth like this, and he was just rapping to us. And I feel like that's the whole vibe of this. And especially that ending part. That ending part was lighting a blunt, sitting there looking across the table at a picture of K-Dot saying, "My man, this is what's happening right here, bro." And at that last part, I don't know, hit me for some reason. He talked to him like that.
Yeah, the talking was clean.
I don't know. That was so good.
The talking was clean. The talking was clean.
So I want to also bring up a few other things.
We do gotta cut this short though, so bring up this last.
So
point.
just I guess last few thoughts for myself. I felt like in some spots he was just kind of gaslighting. I think in doing so to attempt to save face, because perception is everything, and this is a conversation again that I've had with Tilla, is that the perception of your fans and what you're receiving. He's been getting kind of dragged again. Sorry, the beers. Getting kind of dragged on social media and in the world So I feel like he's trying to kind of save a little bit of face here, while also being like, I'm kind of done, and then again, kind of gaslighting the situation and trying to divert your attention to what he's been trying to express. But I think all in all, this beef is definitely not over. I still haven't crowned anyone king. Obviously, I'm giving my slight edge to Kendrick. I think it's been kind of made evident throughout my expressions. But I think at the end of the day, nothing's fully resolved, and I fully expect Kendrick to provide another response.
I'm surprised he hasn't responded already.
I am also surprised. I was actually hoping for more music because I wanted another epic night.
Yeah, I was waiting for 6 minutes later, another fucking response.
Yeah.
Tilla, any final thoughts before we end the vid?
No, that's it for me.
That's it for me.
Last thing I gotta say, this is great for hip hop. I don't care how you look at it.
End of
I
the
don't
day,
care.
we won. We won.
1000%.
I wasn't even fully into hip hop. This kind of brought me into it, and
I just truly hope that this doesn't blossom outside of the real world, outside of just music. But for what we're getting, like, bro, this has been peak entertainment for the last week and change, or however long it's been going on.
Entertainment. Peak entertainment.
The whole world been on this shit.
Bro, when did Drake? I mean, not Drake. When did Kendrick drop Euphoria? Tuesday. It's not even Tuesday. It's not even a full week, and we've gotten like 5 songs, bro. 5, 6 songs, bro. This is amazing. I love it. I fucking love it.
Yeah, this has been great. I hope y'all enjoyed this.
I hope y'all enjoyed this too, man.
We've been enjoying this and what we're going on. So
this has been amazing. And to close this out, man, I am a fan of Drake. I will never deny that. I am a honestly bigger fan of Kendrick, but at the core of it all, I am a fan of hip hop, and this is where we are. This is hip hop. Drake, thank you for giving me rap. Thank you. That's why I gave you an 8 out of 10. This is what I wanted. You didn't give me no memes. You ain't give me no bullshit. You just said, I bet here's some rap. And for that, I thank you. I appreciate this song a little bit more because you just said, fuck the bops, fuck the club. I'm going to talk to you the same way Kendrick has been talking to you. So for that reason, Drake, I give you an 8 out of 10 out of this response.
With that being said, shout out to J. Cole, smartest one.
Shout out to J. Cole. Yo, J. Cole, bro. J. Cole is fucking chilling, dog.
Look, I'm gonna let y'all know, and
chilling.
You can hate me for it, you can love me for it. J. Cole's my GOAT. I don't care. I respect Kendrick, and I put him up there. But I'll let y'all know J. Cole is my GOAT. And shout out to him hanging on the couch, riding his bicycle, being the best version of him.
Singing with the birds and shit.
I love you, homie. Thank you.
Till any sign out words?
I'm excited to see the rest. Keep rapping.
Facts. Just keep rapping.
Give me more.
And with that being said, keep it rap. Big facts. And with that being said, make sure y'all hit the like button. Comment down below. K-Dot or Drake. Which side you on? Let us know down in the comments, and we'll holler at y'all whenever Kendrick responds, because now you up next, big dog.
I ain't think that you was gonna catch feelings, but shorty, you know I'm the realest in the building. Got up in that pussy and I made a killer. Now you calling me the bad guy, so I'm the villain. Damn. But when she climbs on top, then she starts doing all the things that I like, things that